How to navigate your mind when circumstances are out of your control. Welcome to episode number 53. Hi, I'm Clarinda, and you are listening to the Feel Light Mind and Body podcast, created for women like you. Women who are experiencing success in so many areas of life, but are struggling with weight loss, stress eating, and decreased energy. Losing weight can feel hard, heavy, and restrictive. That's why every week I will be offering you a different perspective, tips, encouragement, and a unique approach so that you can feel lighter in your mind and body rather than feeling deprived, frustrated, or discouraged. What if you could feel free, yet in control around food for the rest of your life? What if you could enjoy your experience of losing weight and getting healthier? You absolutely can. You're in the right place. Take this time for yourself and let's dive in. Hello, beautiful. How are you? How have you been this past week? I'm curious if you needed to read this title after the week or maybe weeks you've had. Well, let's get right to it. How to navigate your mind when circumstances are out of your control. Okay, I think we can all agree that life has its twists and turns, and sometimes we find ourselves in situations beyond our control. Last week, we pondered the choice between focusing on success or failure when reaching our goals. Today, let's apply that same mindset to these uncertain circumstances during the waiting phase. If there's a 50-50 chance of a favorable outcome, why not stay in that positive camp? Imagine the impact on your well-being if you dwell on the negative worst-case scenario throughout the waiting period. It's a recipe for stress, low energy, and sleepless nights. You know me, I share insights gained from studying, researching, and personal and client experiences. And lately, a recurring theme has emerged: the challenge of navigating uncertainty. It's a familiar face in my coaching sessions, my newsfeed, inbox, and personal life. As I bring this to the podcast, I can't help but recall episode number 18, 3 ways you can make your thoughts less troublesome. Give it a listen after today's episode for a deeper dive. Add that into your self-care time. Now, let me share a personal moment from last Tuesday. The day unfolded with unexpected twist, leaving me feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and negative by late afternoon. I kept thinking all day that I should be farther along on my list than I was. It's a familiar scenario, the urge to push through emotions by burying thoughts deep within, despite knowing better. But as you might relate, that only leads to busyness without real accomplishment. Have you noticed that high emotions often cloud creativity, clarity, and intelligence? And then the result? For me, it was a day spent in a whirlwind of distracting household tasks, like doing laundry, which could have waited until the weekend. This scattered approach hardly leaves one with a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. But here's a turning point: acceptance. I wish I could tell you that I got to that point earlier rather than it being around 7:30 or 8 in the evening. We can know better, but that doesn't always translate into doing better. Accepting the reality of the situation allowed a gentle acknowledgement of what was. No phone call meant no change in the uncertain circumstance, which, until resolved, hindered other decisions I longed to make. I accepted that 5 hours of my day were devoted to driving and appointments, which helped me recalibrate my expectations for myself. Part of accepting what is involves granting ourselves permission to simply be, to stop striving momentarily, to acknowledge that today might not be a gold star day, and that's perfectly okay. Grant yourself permission to be human. It's a concept I've been reminded of lately, an invitation to hold space for oneself with compassion and love. When I allowed this gentleness, I felt my body settle. It was then an opportunity to ask, what do I truly need right now? And then access a deeper knowing, untapped into wisdom. As I opened myself up again to learning and growth through every circumstance, I began jotting down thoughts in points or phrases. By the end, a full paragraph emerged revealing the root cause of my angst. It was a powerful realization. This thought is now the focal point of my upcoming personal coaching session, a chance to untangle and release its grip on my mind. Now, you might wonder why I didn't succumb to the allure of going to bed, allowing a natural reset. Well, 2 reasons. 1, I know from experience that I may fall asleep easily with a certain sense of relief, but my mind will pick up the spin again if I have to get up in the middle of the night. It's then harder to manage in that half-asleep state, right? And 2, the thoughts and energy we go to bed with are most often the ones we wake up with when the alarm goes off. Just as I wash my face before bed, I recognize the importance of giving my mind some TLC, that tender, loving care, before my head hits the pillow. So the most important project that would leave me feeling successful and proud at the end of this week didn't get touched on Tuesday because my mind was too cluttered with the what-ifs. Yet, by embracing awareness, accepting what is, offering self-compassion, and choosing my focus moving forward, progress ensued, even with some weight in the metaphorical backpack. I made strides every day and will achieve that goal, even if it means working on a Friday night. That's okay. At our Women's Weekend Retreat last month, 3 words kept popping up in the discussions: courage, compassion, and resilience. How beautiful is that reminder? My current circumstance has lingered for 95 months, but the end is near. The relief and celebration will mark the end of a prolonged chapter, and I can't wait to be able to put a big period at the end of the last sentence in that chapter of life. I've started other chapters over these years, but it's like having too many tabs open on your device. It detracts from your bandwidth. Mom's expression of "this too shall pass" has been used many times over these years. But you know what? Take heart, because hard situations carry immense value. We can't always see it until hindsight, but I encourage you to start looking for it as you go, as it'll encourage you. Now, it's natural to initially adopt a victim mentality. Why me? Why now? Why this? But that mindset isn't empowering. We try and argue with reality, but reality is still reality. So instead, use that time and energy to acknowledge your feelings, sit with them briefly, and then shift focus to what truly supports your growth. Stay in the game of life. Embrace all of it. Yes, even the suck, as it can't last forever. Life will go on with or without you. Ask, what value can I take from this? It might simply be a greater appreciation for the quiet moments and peace of mind. Has your belief in yourself, your courage, and your resilience strengthened? Have you learned from this experience what you will do differently or the same the next time a similar situation appears? We are the creators of our mental scenarios. Consider your current circumstance to decide if it's truly out of your control. Then, if the outcome is uncertain, why not visualize the best possible scenario while you wait? Our brains usually default to the worst-case scenarios, triggering stress hormones. That's natural. Short-term fear may be helpful for us to take action, but chronic stress takes a toll on our health. So visualize a positive outcome and approach the waiting phase with hope. If you're craving more empowerment and support, consider joining our 3-week mini course, Empowered Decision Making. This transformative journey includes weekly coaching sessions to guide you. The proven process I share will make decision making easier, leading to peace of mind, confidence, and clarity. I'm eager to share this process with you, helping you get clear on what you want and when. Whether you're ready to start now or plan for the future, this course provides the tools for making an empowered decision. For example, you may know that it's imperative that you reach a healthier weight, but you really don't feel committed to starting until January. Well, with this process, you'll be able to get clear on the what, when, how, and who, which will allow your mind to settle as you enjoy the holiday season. As your mind settles, knowing it has an action plan and support in place, you'll likely start making healthier choices ahead of time. Reduced mental stress means you're less inclined to reach for external relief. Having a plan in place for January is a great gift to give yourself for a stress-free holiday season. Join us virtually from anywhere, and let's make decisions that align with your true desires. It runs from November 27th to December 15th. You can check into the membership portal on your own time, and if you can't attend the live coaching calls, I've got you. The replays will be uploaded into the membership portal. Click the link in the episode's description to claim your spot and mark this self-care time in your calendar. You'll be so glad that you did. I'm here to celebrate and support you. So here's to a peaceful week, finding that spark of hope and fanning it into a flame. Stay empowered. Stay beautiful. Until next time. Now, do yourself the biggest favor. From love, take at least one action step from what you learned today. Knowledge without application won't give you the results that you desire. Let me know on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever, what you are choosing to do and when. And yes, please leave a podcast review wherever you are listening to this. When people read your words and can see themselves in them, then you are contributing to women empowering other women. And that feels amazing. You just might change or save a life today.